Hey friend, welcome to part two of The Girl I Used to Be. One of the hardest truths I had to admit to myself was that I mistook being needed for being loved. Looking back now, I can finally see the difference, obviously. And I have to say, because I was in this relationship between the ages of 20 and 24, I poured everything I had into that relationship. Like, not just my time, not just my emotions, but my energy, my peace, my finances. I know. Like, somewhere along the way, I kind of just convinced myself that if I could just carry enough, help enough, then maybe that meant that my relationship was strong. But obviously, that's not what made it strong. It just made me responsible for everything. And it wasn't like I was keeping track of what was going on. I genuinely believed that this is what love looked like. I thought sacrifice was proof of love. Being needed meant that I was valuable. And what I didn't know was happening was that I was tying my worth to how much I could do for somebody. Another thing I didn't talk about enough is how secretive I became. That was because a lot of the people who loved me, that was around me, didn't approve of that relationship. I just felt like they didn't understand. They didn't want to understand. Nobody cared about my happiness at the time. So instead of asking myself why, I just started pulling away from everybody. I cut off family members. I wasn't speaking to my mom for about 3 months almost. Mind you, we live in the same house. It's ridiculous now looking back, but I genuinely thought that like this man was gonna be my forever. And with pulling away, I stopped sharing as much. I defended things that I probably should have questioned because I wanted so badly for it to work. I think that's because for some reason, dealing with low self esteem at the time, I thought that maybe because he relied on me so much and he needed me so much, and I thought that that was love. I felt like this was as best as it was gonna get, that there was no way that I was gonna leave this situation and find better. And I really didn't want people to say, I told you so. I really wanted to prove that saying that love conquers all. Real love doesn't make you feel like your value depends on what you can provide. And real love doesn't require you carrying everything on your own. And if you're watching this, and you feel like you're constantly pouring into somebody else who isn't giving you the same thing back, I just want you to ask yourself this question because I had to ask myself this question. If I stopped giving today, would I still feel love tomorrow? For me, that question changed my life, and maybe it might change yours. That's it for part two. I'll see you tomorrow for part three.